Welcome to Learning Activity 5. The primary goal for Learning Activity 5 is for you to explore resources that will help you gain content knowledge and understanding of how to teach science better in your classroom. So with that in mind, obviously I put some cute pictures here. These are from my house. Cute little frog who looks like he's thinking about the possibilities of what's happening in the world, and this gorgeous little beetle. Well, if we look at this in terms of science, why is this frog sitting here? What can we learn about the position of that? Is it food webs? Is it a certain kind of frog? Is it something about the birds in the background? The goal for you, and we focused on this the whole semester, is seeing science everywhere. So now we're going to take it further and we're going to look at our semester-long project topics, and you're going to dive into content. Okay, so you've already become a member of NSTA, and you've got two options for this set of activities. You're going to turn in 3 reviews. You can do 1 article and 2 content resources, or 2 articles and 1 content resource. As you scroll down through these, you've looked at the articles for each of the learning activities you've done so far, and they give you really good ideas on how to teach science and activities that they've done in the classroom. So I want you to choose at least one of those articles and analyze it in terms of how you might be able to use it to gain better understanding, to know what worked for them and how you can take that to your own class. Okay, so there's a couple of questions that are connected to the NSTA articles. This walks you through how to find this. Book reviews, editor notes are nice reads, but I don't think that's something you want to focus on for this review. You need to be able to write at least 3/4 to 1 page, single-spaced, that kind of addresses these topics. And if you choose an article that's only 1 page, you're not going to be able to get enough out of it to write what you need to write. If you want to pull a couple of articles, that's fine, but know that your one submission for this article has to be 3/4 to 1 page. And then as you move down, these are separate files in CourseDen. I have them here just to walk through them with you. But you're going to look at content information. And we used to use NSTA, but they started charging an exorbitant amount of money for their content modules. And I don't want you to have to pay for anything else. So we have looked for resources that are free that can still give you content information. So one of these is Khan Academy. Just go to this link and the directions, choose one of the units that you feel you need to work on the most. Ideally, it needs to connect to your semester project. Some of them have quizzes. As you complete the quizzes, you're taking notes of things that you think are going to be useful. Plan at least 1 page about what you learned, why you chose the topic, how you see it being used in your classroom, and the level of usability. Now, I want you to understand these are not sites that you're going to let your second grader or kindergartner use. These are for you to gain content understanding. So keep that in mind. This is an example under Khan Academy. Unit is biodiversity and conservation. So if you notice down here, example 1, it has the biology library, and the unit is biology, biodiversity, and conservation. So as we look at the topics, there's a quiz. You can practice your questions. This is just to help you get better at understanding the science behind what you teach. So as you go down through each of these, there's some images that will help you navigate the site, I guess. And what I've done in thinking of the content standards that are in your grade levels, each of these libraries will have things that are beneficial that you may be able to use. So maybe you're doing a moon journal. This may be one of the content modules that you look at and something within that you review. We also have Penn State and information, the different modules there that you can look at. And I was very specific here. This is more earth science standards, but you can figure out through those what's going to work. and then you'll have more, basically just follow the directions that are at the top of these as you go through it. And then let's come back over here to this page, Learning Activity 5. And as we keep scrolling down, obviously there's our overview. And I told you instructions for NSTA, and then the content modules will be here. This is your rubric. It's also up in the key assessments. You also have a semester-long project connection for this. So your content and articles are going to connect to your semester-long project. Once you have finished writing those up, I would like for you to post them or link them, embed them in your web page under connecting to content knowledge. One other thing that we ask for is for you to just identify 2 additional websites or resources that you can use in the classroom for your content, for your SLP. And then you can either put it under additional resources or connecting content knowledge. In every single section where you have semester-long project connections, you're going to have this link that takes you back to the original folder, content module that's getting to know the course, assignments, and information on the semester project. So hopefully that helps. And then items that you need to turn in. You're being asked to complete 3 reviews, but unlike other discussion boards, you only need to respond to 2 people. So you have a discussion board for NSTA articles, and you have one for content resources. You need to respond to at least 1 post on each of those boards. You're going to post yours to each of those boards, and then your third one to whichever one it fits. But you only need to respond to 1 person on each of the boards. And there's an example of what this looks like. So when you go to post, title, this is an example down here. The discussion post title may be 3rd grade life science, specific topic, environmental science. And here's my objective, and this is where I found it. So you want somebody else to be able to go in and access the same file because it may be helpful for them. And this connects to either the articles or the content resource reviews. Any of those work. Okay, so I think that should be everything for Learning Activity 5. And let us know if you got questions and have some fun with this.